let's do an update on the garden at the Nelson's residence. I'll show you our setup we got going on here. Over there is the compost piles, and so we also have some pumpkins planted right there. And right here is our rainwater catcher from the roof. We like using rainwater to water the plants because there's a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in rain. It pulls some of it from the troposphere, I believe, and anyway, it's great because the plants really respond well to rainwater or hydrogen peroxide if you happen to put some in your water that you're watering your plants with. Over here we got Goji berries and Blackberries planted along this workshop area. And there is the big garden. I put this little fence up mainly to keep the chickens out. And it works okay when I let them out. They don't really go in here. But let's go ahead and check it out right fast. So we've got just about everything you can imagine planted in this garden. Beans, potatoes, onions, all variety of peppers and tomatoes and lettuce, different types of herbs. Now I'm using these bed posts here to kind of stabilize some of our plants that we got growing in there. And this area right here is kind of like the cookout area. We probably won't be lighting too many fires once the plants get bigger, but you know, we'll just hang out right here. I was going to turn that one into a canning area, but I gotta close it in on 3 sides first. And this is just kind of like the picnic area. My son Josh, this is his little garden, and he's still working on it. And so yeah, we got pots over there, going to be growing some stuff in there. Those are pecan trees, and same thing over there. Those are 2 big pecan trees. So we're just going to try to turn this place into a food making machine. Now here's a cool little thing I wanted to show you. This is my idea for natural pest control. We dug a hole and we put this little dog bowl in here with some water with like a little dirt ramp that leads into it. As soon as it warms up, this little thing right here is going to be full of frogs, because I really want to encourage the frogs to come into the garden here. That way they can try to keep the bugs away. And this is like the simplest way to get some predator frogs in your garden to kill the bugs and keep them from eating your plants. I'll probably end up putting another one over there, but for now this is just a one-man frog den going on right there. And you know what? Ants, believe it or not, ants are not a bad thing to have around the garden. What people don't know is that ants are big-time pollinators. They can crawl all over flowers and pollinate your plants, and not to mention, ants are also predators. They will seek and destroy any caterpillars or whatever you got going on in your garden that's trying to eat up your plants. Just leave the ants alone. They're there to help you, and the spiders. Sorry about the wind. And here's something cool. This is where we're going to have all of our cucumbers. And as you can see, some of the cucumbers are starting to come up. And once they do, I'm going to train those cucumbers to grow along the frame of this old trampoline. And it'll be kind of like the hanging cucumber garden over here. And this way, we've got our vineyard planted. Now it did freeze not too long ago, and it kind of hurt the vineyard, but there's some new growth already coming up, some buds on the plants, so that should these plants will pull through. Some of them are already got new growth and green leaves coming back. And I'll take you over here to meet the family of chickens and ducks, and we'll check on honkers. So anyway, here's maybe if I can get these guys' attention here, get some feed. Come and get it. Yep. There's Honkers. He's getting big. He's still got a ways to go when he grows. Hey, Honkers. What's up? And we got a whole bunch of new chickens. Little chicks. And there's the shed chicken coop idea. And I brought that in here for the ducks, but it looks like the chickens took it over. And so, yeah. And there's the big field behind our house. We're kind of surrounded by fields, which is good. So this area, this garden bed thing is full of blackberries that were just planted this year. We've got some good growth coming in on the blackberries already. And there's a fig tree planted right there. We've got some more fruit trees. Those back there are apple trees. We've got elderberry trees planted, and those right there are actually mulberry. We got 2 mulberry trees planted, 2 apple trees, and 2 pear trees. And over here, not much is going on here yet, but we do have a little bit of lettuce growing. But this whole thing is going to be turned into the lettuce factory. And here we've got our garlic, which is doing good. And then here we've got blueberries. We got these blueberries planted. A lot of blueberry bushes. This is the blueberry bush area. And then along in here, there's another type of berry bush. I can't remember what my wife planted right here, but. And then we got broccoli and cauliflower right there. She's got some asparagus growing in this one, along with a couple other things. So right here is the cantaloupes. They haven't come up yet, but then we're going to put watermelons over there. And so that's about what we got going on. I've got a couple more trees coming that we're going to plant right there. And that bed over there, we're not going to do anything with it. Not this year, at least. So whenever everything is finally growing, I'll give you guys an update video, maybe in like 3 months or so, when everything's full grown and producing, and we'll see how it turned out.